We stay on the region. Now, according to reports, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps claims to have struck an American oil tanker in the northern Persian Gulf after the sinking of the Iranian warship Iris Dena in the Indian Ocean. The incident, which has not been independently verified, has left the U.S. ship on fire. The IRGC reports that the attack took place early Thursday and that they now have full control over the Strait of Hormuz, a crucial oil and gas transit route between the Gulf and the Indian Ocean. A formal response from the U.S. government is still awaited. Now we welcome back Mr. Baum. Thank you very much, Mr. Baum, for staying with us. Mr. Baum, now that we are seeing Iran retaliate as well, although this particular attack hasn't been independently verified, how do you think, did Iran underestimate US or the regime's attacks towards itself, or the capacity, or do you think it's the opposite? US underestimated Iran's capacity?
No, not at all. I think the intelligence gleaned by both the US and Israel prior to the war starting last weekend was well known. They absolutely studied and realized the amount of firepower that the Iranians had. What I think has shocked Iran is how devastating and how targeted the attacks have been. And we can see that actually in statistics. But before I mention that, let's go back to the oil tanker incident that you were referring to. As much as I've tried in the last half an hour, I can find no absolute verification that the Iranians successfully attacked an American oil tanker. That's not to say they haven't. I just can't prove to your viewers and listeners that that's happened. If they have done, that wouldn't be surprising, and they would consider that a success. But where they have absolutely failed, and this we can see in the, as I said, in the statistics, the number of drone attacks, the number of ballistic missile attacks, the number of short-range missile attacks originating from Iran since Saturday has been on a sliding scale. Now, they may have some, they may be holding back, but I think they would have used their main weaponry to attack Israel at the beginning of the war, and they haven't done. And considering how devastating the Israelis and the Americans have been in their targeting of weapons depots, of rocket launchers in Iran, I would think that the Iranians severely underestimated the challenge and the firepower heaped upon them from both the US and Israel. The reverse of that is, I don't think the Americans or Israelis underestimated the potential of Iran's firepower, but they've done everything they can to dilute that power, and that seems to have been a success. One thing, just to prove my point, as a couple of hours ago, I received updated text messages from an Israeli government department, and Israel have actually now opened up their air skies for domestic travel. So El Al and 3 other domestic Israeli airlines are flying 2 flights an hour apparently, and that will increase as the day goes on, providing there are no more air raid signs. And that gives you a very good clue as to how unsuccessful the Iranians have been in stopping what I would call normal life in Israel.
Thank you very much, Mr. Baum, for sharing that. Please do stay with us as we come back to you. Now, moving on to Israel. Israeli strikes have killed 6 people in 2 southern Lebanese villages,